turn on the recording.
Now we're gonna make noise.
So now, yeah, so maybe you can start off by giving us an update on the workshop.
Hello, give them an update.
Okay, so Pablo, tell me, give an update to the people what we are doing this.
Hey, Sri,
Hi,
everybody,
Pablo.
I'm here enjoying this beautiful workshop. We're having a good time. My wife is here. Here she is.
Oh, yes, yeah. Long
Yeah.
time. We haven't seen you.
Here's Sam.
Hey, boy,
Yeah.
are you? I'll tell you.
Yeah. Jen, Joanne, Helen,
Hi, Sri.
and
Hi, Helen. And that's Diamond, right?
Damien, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do.
okay.
So,
So you pronounce it as Damien, not Diamond, because that's how you write it, right?
Damon.
Damon.
but, he-
Damon, okay.
but he's a diamond of a person.
I know. We've talked many times.
Yeah.
So we're learning a lot. We have a lot to share later on, but we're learning everything from meditation, how to Paida, really good, and even eating the right way. So we're having a good time.
And drinking the tea.
Oh, and they're drinking UUBT.
Jujubee, yes.
Finally, I got my hands on it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really not a date. It's a jujube, it's a little fruit. We get that in India as well.
Yeah, but I'm going back with it. 2 bags worth of it.
Okay.
All right, so what's going on there?
Okay, yeah, so we are going to start the meeting here, right? So anybody has any, as normal, we'll start, anybody has any questions or comments? And if you have any particular thing that you want to share with us in the workshop, so please feel free to say something. So Joanne, you wanted to say something?
Oh, no.
No, I saw your hand raised like this. That was your water.
So we lost 2 pounds of toxin.
Yeah. I can show you my shot. Yeah, really.
yeah, right now, yeah. Can you see the shot?
Oh, yeah. So much.
This is Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Helen.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Right here.
There you go. Turn around.
Yeah, right here in your back.
Oh, wow, look at that. Well, so good carpet bombing, right? Good carpet bombing. So I have a question. So Jen, are you also doing Lajin or just Paida?
Yeah, we're also doing Lajin. But most
Okay.
time we do the Paida.
We're doing a lot of Paida.
Yeah, a lot of Paida.
A lot of pain.
So are you relaxing quite a bit in between Paida sessions? I know you don't want it to be very intense, right, Jen?
Yeah, you only relax free when you're getting beaten.
Okay. So then you have a long tea, right? So you can.
Yeah, we do 2 to 3 times meditation,
Yes.
right? Even the lunch time and 3 times.
We take a nap, have a half an hour nap.
All right.
And more pain.
Yeah.
We do over 2 hours.
Exercise.
In the afternoon. I mean, we do 2 hours in the afternoon.
3 hours.
roughly.
3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours.
From 3 o'clock to 6
Yeah,
o'clock.
right. About 5 hours of Paida a day.
And are you doing things like wall hitting and meditative jogging?
Yeah, in the morning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is what we used to do in, well, when I went to Seattle workshop in Seattle 3 years ago, It used to start 8 o'clock in the morning and won't finish till 6 p.m. with about hour and a half of lunch. And there was no dinner. I mean, and we had to forego the dinner.
You at that time you do the fasting also?
Yeah, so dinner, there was no dinner,
No
Oh,
dinner.
that's right.
only breakfast. Breakfast was very simple. It was like a soup.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was
So you're
very,
lucky.
very simple breakfast. Same thing, lunch was very simple. And that's how it. So when I went to Hong Kong workshop, it was the same thing. There was no dinner.
No dinner.
Yeah, and we were far away from town, the Hong Kong workshop. So there was no, there's very little you could go and buy. So,
But Helen also do Helen and Pablo also do a 2 days fasting.
okay.
Yeah.
So, so what did you do for the fasting? Did you miss a meal or you did not eat at all or what?
No, we didn't eat at all, no food.
Okay,
Yep.
that is good. That is very powerful.
We drank tea though, drank. Did you make tea?
Yeah. No, very, very good. Okay,
Mhm.
We
great.
like it so much, we wanna come here every month.
That is a good idea. Okay, so now I see others have also joined. Salim is here, Alice is here, Carmen is here. So, yeah, we were just initially chatting with all the people who are in the workshop in Jin's place. So today, I believe this is the 4th day, right? And you continue till tomorrow.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Tomorrow you end. Okay, so now we open it up for everybody else. Anybody has any questions? Any other comments?
So
Anything that
it's
you want
time
to
for us
discuss?
to find out here.
Sure, sure. Yeah, you can do your,
Bye.
Bye.
bye, bye.
Okay.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, yes.
Where are you?
Huh?
Where are you?
I'm in Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, Vancouver, Washington. I'm Juliana.
Oh, hi, Juliana.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
And
Canada.
I heard that you guys were in Hong Kong. When were you in Hong Kong?
No, I was in Hong Kong. I attended the
you
Hong
were in
Kong
Hong Kong.
workshop,
Uh-huh.
2018.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. I just went for a Paida workshop there in Hong Kong.
What year was that? Just now?
2018.
Oh, 2018. Yeah.
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
Yeah. I was born in Hong Kong.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's what you're asking. Okay.
And I was in Kowloon. I was born in, if you were in Nathan Row, I was born in Nathan Row.
Ah, okay.
The Nathan Row is in Kowloon, right?
Yeah, but the workshop was in a camp in a place which is like a 1 hour drive, middle of nowhere, 1 hour drive from.
New Territory?
I don't know. I mean, the taxi took me there, so yeah, you have to ask the taxi driver.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know, but whatever it was a lovely place. They did, yeah, in a campsite. It was a permanent campsite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I learned Paida Lajin, really, in Hong Kong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, actually, quite a lot of people do it. When I've been giving out those paddles for my friends. A lot of them heard about Paida.
Oh, so you have friends who are doing Paida Lajin already?
They don't know about, they heard about Paida Lajin and they try to do it, but they're not doing it very much. So when I gave them the paddle, one of my relatives, they were every 2 weeks, they Zoom to all the cousins Zoom together all over in Europe, in Hong Kong, in California, and some of them know about the Paida.
Good, good. Yeah, and the word is spreading. I think the word is slowly spreading.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
I've been giving people I know, whenever I see them, I try to give them one of the paddle and tell them how to do it, and
excellent.
because it really helped me, and I think Alan helped some Alan too.
Absolutely, excellent. This is
And
what we
we're
want.
so lucky. We're so lucky next to living next to Alice.
Yes, yeah. No, this is the reason we are so, Juliana, this is the reason we hold this meeting is
Mhm,
to promote this technique
mhm.
because people benefit from it. And we want more and more people to know about it, more and more people to practice it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, so you're promoting it. Thank you. That is such a good thing to
Well,
do.
because I feel I have gained something from it, and I'm getting stronger
Absolutely,
doing the
absolutely,
pattern.
absolutely. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anybody else? Any questions or comments?
Yes, I could. I have noticed that I used to suffer a little bit from constipation, and I'm very regular in the morning now. So that only happened since a couple of days after I started Paida chain. So I think my body is detoxing. And the other thing I've noticed is I do. In the evening, I get tired quite suddenly, but I like to get up in the morning, which I didn't used to like to do. So my hip has been hurting more, but I think that's probably just, well, doing all the thing. I am reasonably gentle on the bench, but yes, I think that's just, I'm going to have to go through a bit of pain. So
anybody has any comments on what this? Salim, do you have some comments on what just Gudrun said? The pain has gone up in the hip area, right, Gudrun?
yes.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What's happened to the hip area? I heard about the toilet cycle is better. The constipation is less.
Yes. No, I said the hip is hurting me more, but obviously I am, I'm doing the Paida. I do quite a lot of that, and I'm on the bench as well. Although I'm on there a lot gentler than I was initially, but it is getting more inflamed in the moment. So
okay, so I'm going to share what Master Shah would say in this situation, and I was going to share it last week, but I forgot. Whenever somebody comes to Paida Lajin, they have something that they want to deal with, whatever that problem is for them, and they're focusing on that problem. But what they will find is that other things that they didn't recognize were also not right about them, like sleep patterns, toilet cycle. They will start fixing first. And that is because the body has a particular order in which it needs to do the repair of the system to bring it back to full health. And to have an expectation that this has happened, but this hasn't happened is fine. You know, everybody has that expectation. But to have the understanding that the body will do things and have faith in that in the right way for you, for your circumstances.
yes, that's fine. I am not disappointed. I can see that things are happening, and obviously there could be a bit of a healing crisis or whatever at some stage. So I'm just observing, really.
Yeah. I when you said that you felt tired in the evening, and that therefore I see that sometimes I do Lajin like at 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning. If I just get up and I feel, oh, this is a good time, and let me just quickly do some Lajin, then I'll finish at about 5 or 6, whatever time I finish. And then I think, okay, it's a bit early, and I go to sleep, and I have a deep sleep until about 10 or 11 in the morning. A very restful sleep. So again, you know, it's really good that you feel tired and, you know, that you want to go to sleep. I think in the old days, it was so simple. It's dark, you go to sleep. I think you mentioned it. It's like you wake up and you do stuff. Light keeps you going in times maybe you shouldn't be.
Yes, I am normally a night owl, and I would much rather be an early bird. So I was really pleased that I want to go to bed and I want to get up earlier. So that was something I was really pleased about.
Brilliant.
You know, and Salim, I tend to do that sometimes as well. When I wake up early and I cannot go to sleep, I go to my Lajin bench, and many times it does help. Yeah, you start feeling drowsy after that, even if you sit down. But that's a nice trick.
Yeah, and it allows the body to do the repair work. If you did Lajin at 7 and you needed to go out to work or wherever at 9, you wouldn't have that comfort. Your mind would be driving you, okay, you've done this, now get ready and go. And so, but if you have that period where you woke up automatically or you couldn't sleep and you felt the need, it's so beautiful because the body can say, oh, you don't have anywhere to go now, increase the gain by letting your body rest, and I'll do some more work while you're sleeping.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But again, the question, man, I'll invite comments from others as well. I mean, Carmen and Alice and Jen, very, very experienced. So there was a pain. So Gudrun had a pain in the hip, and she does the Lajin and the Paida. So the pain in the same spot has gone up, right, Gudrun?
Yes.
Yeah, so is that a healing reaction, or would that be normal? While she sees benefit on the constipation side, right, Gudrun?
Yes.
If I'm correct. So is that a good sign? The pain going up in the hip area, is that a good sign that the process is working? Or time will tell. We just have to wait and see what happens next. And then we will know.
Okay.
So, Carmen, do you have any comments on this?
Hey everyone, let's to understand this completely, because maybe I did a little bit misunderstanding, but Gudrun, is she from US?
No, I'm living in the UK. I'm German, but I'm living in the UK.
Yeah, that's why this name is Klingt Deutsch.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And yes, you told that you got improvement with the constipation, but you have a still stiffness, or your stiffness is getting a bit more, you told, yes?
Well, certainly the pain got a bit worse in my hip. I'm not necessarily stiffer, but it...
Pain.
Yes.
Okay, can you stand up and show where exactly you feel the pain, please?
Sorry.
Little bit
It
lower the
is
camera.
where the femur goes into the joint.
It's around the joint.
Yes.
Well, how long you're doing Paida?
Oh, I've only started a week ago.
A week ago.
Yes.
Which part of UK you living?
I live outside London. I live in Essex.
There is a few people who are interested to work together, because if you work with somebody, it's going to be easier for you to improve your condition, to neutralize the pain. Because do you have already the book of Master Shao, Heal Yourself Naturally Now?
I do have the book, yes.
That's good. That's good. And you see, you have to speed slowly, of course, according to your power and your condition. You follow the rules. Jean will advise you, I will advise you, or Salim, or any one of the group. And if you did the major area, and if you prepare the heart of insight, where you can see, yes, you can see.
Yes, I have been,
yes.
I have got.
You're doing insight, step by step, area by area.
Yes.
But as we always says, you have to work with the pain, because you started now and you see the Shah, and you don't have to be afraid, because you know that it's not anything to be afraid.
Yes.
But you go directly there. Do you have any slapper, any or
Yes,
just
I
use
do,
your hand?
but I use my hand a lot as well.
Okay.
But I have got, I've ordered something and I've got these things, but this I only use on my back.
Yeah, this is just for beginner, But you can use your palm, you can use your fist, and you can use whatever you have. But later probably you can get some slapper. But anyway, if you did a major area, and if you have confidence with the Paida lodging and you want to go further, you just work on the area you feel stiff. You just work there. And how hard in the end you're going to do. Doesn't matter. In the end, the pain have to be less or disappear. And of course, don't be afraid that the tissue will be look like a swollen, but that's a healing reaction. And if you're concentrated, do that with the left and right hand and some instrument which is going deep, you will feel the release. And of course, it's options to do some lodging. You have lodging bench as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can, for example, the lower leg with the upper leg have to be near the upper leg, and then you feel more tension in this area. It's going to be helpful that as well. And of course, need some things to be done. If it's anything else, like a group in UK, I recommend you very warm. But if you're able to travel, we're doing every month's workshops. We finished now a week workshop in Bulgaria today.
Yes, no, I really don't want to travel. I'm walking with a stick, and I see you're walking with the stick. That's why it's best to find the people who are in the same direction by the lodging, and we will do our best. And maybe Salim and other people been asking, but from UK, in London or around London, I think Sao or other person, and we have to find a way you to help each other, because that's the best way to get improved.
Yeah, Carmen, do you remember the Bulgarian lady who lives in London?
Yes, of course I remember, but Rossi, I think she was for.
Yeah, because you introduced her to the group. Maybe she can connect. She was looking for some people as well. Maybe you can connect her with Gudrun.
Yes. If you write, we'll see. But I cannot say if I have contact to her. I have to find. But if you write Shri, that's Gudrun is living around the London. It's for the next meeting, and people around the London are pleased to join our conversation, Zoom conversation. That's be good.
You see, I still live just, I mean, it takes me 1.5 hours just to get to the outskirts of London, and you know how widespread London is, so it may, but my daughter has now, well, she will start giving me some help as well now. She's
Super.
just moved, so I needed to give her a bit of space, but she will also help me now with some Paida. So
Perfect. Please your daughter to join. How old you are, Gudrun?
I'm 73.
Yeah, you're still young. You have options to recover, to improve your condition. But just concentrate in Paida, and any support you need, you're always welcome, or your daughter to realize, or tomorrow practicing. We will practicing tomorrow. You can join, maybe work on that area as well.
No, I can't on Mondays because I'm already committed to something else.
Yeah.
I
Jackie,
was hoping to join yesterday, but Jackie didn't. I don't think there was a Zoom class yesterday, but maybe I can also do the Wednesday one.
That's good. That's good. Okay, any solution will be helpful for you, and
Yes.
yeah, do your effort and you will get improvement. Because I will tell you, in a workshop, very bad condition, we say hips joint problem. One lady, she came about 60 or around between 60 and 70, but she's been everywhere searching for the help, and right hip stiff, cannot walk. And if we say bad condition between 1 and 10, she was with the pain, struggling, blockaging around the hip joint pain. And in the end of the workshop, she has been 4 days. She improved her condition 80%. That's mean 20%, 10-20% left of her pain feeling. But I always say, Paida is not pill for forever. Paida is everyday pill, step by step, according to your condition, and you will get your improvement, of course. Yeah. And you learn from mistake, you learn from your doing how you've been done and what the result you get. And we had so many examples. Lady about also 67, she's therapist, but no power, been through the COVID, and people who has been to the workshop, 3 of them been through the COVID or things like that. And this stressful situation decreased their condition. But anyway, this lady has a stroke 20 years ago, and she couldn't walk with the left hand side well, but she did a lot of effort, but decreasing her condition last year, and bad, and she was a 5 years ago on the workshop, but you know, she didn't done anything else, and condition getting worse. And she came every morning because we start 6 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes we finish, but of course with a break, 8 or 9 o'clock. Anyway, but she has done 6 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Couldn't doing this meditative jogging, but with the help, we did a per area. We did a with slippers or without slippers, minimum 21 minutes area, because Master Shao says 20 minutes. Of course, we according the pain, we have to know that the pain is number one. You have to work with that and to decrease it. And maybe you need one area 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 35, and when you win the area, then you go to other one. That's why other people is doing, you can do as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I want to share one experience that I had in 2019. I think it was October or something, and I had gone to visit my friend in Swindon in the UK. And I told them that I do Paida, and it's a very powerful technique. And of course, they were similar age. Most of my friends, they're similar age, 70s and all. So they say, hey, show it to me as well. So in one friend's home, Of course, houses there are not as big as we have in the United States. So we had about 6 or so people. And there's one gentleman whom I didn't know. Others I knew. They were old-time friends. So one gentleman, he came and he was walking with a stick. And I asked him what was his problem. He said, you name a problem, I have it. So his body was full of all kind of stuff. Anyway, so he was walking with a stick and he was a big hefty as well in the body. So we did Paida Lajin. Of course, there was no Lajin bench in that home. So we just improvised. We moved some table near a wall opening or near the door. And it was very, very painful for him. The Lajin, and then we did Paida, just the back of the knee and the inner elbow. That's all. I mean, like 40, 45 minutes. At the end, the first thing he did, he went to the bathroom. And of course, he relieved. I mean, he said, and he came out, he was so fresh because I think he must have been constipated for a long time. So came out. And the other thing, he said, oh, see, I don't need the stick.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was so glad. He was jumping up and down. I don't need the stick. 45. And of course, I came back after, I don't know what had happened or whether he's continuing. But I mean, you can see some of these things that happen. And I was surprised. I mean, I was myself surprised that so fast, so quick, he saw that benefit. But I've seen other things. The other day, there was a young man who came to my house. I had mentioned to him many months ago that I do this. And one day he just appeared at the front of my house. He said, oh, you do this? And I said, I'll stop by if you have some time. I said, okay. So all he did was Lajin and Paida inner elbow and the back of the knee. So about 20, 30 minutes. And then he was standing up, then he bent to touch the ground, and he could touch the ground. He said, and he goes to gym every day, a very well-built man. He goes to gym every day and does workout, a young man, maybe early 30s or something. And he said, I couldn't touch the floor. See, now I can touch the floor.
Oh.
I can touch the floor. I can touch. So how long does it continue? I don't know. I mean, people have to continue doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may not sustain, but. So we have to, and as Salim was saying, the body decides, which is such a powerful concept. All we are doing with Paida Lajin is empowering the body to heal itself. And the body has 10, 5, 20, 40, 50 symptoms inside, which I don't even feel. And the body decides, oh, there's this artery, which is 90% blocked. Before I address your prostate or before I address your toes, I need to clear that up. And you won't even know. I mean, you were doing Paida Lajin and the body is working on clearing that up. It takes a month to clear it up. And then the body goes and addresses something else. No matter what you try, the body has its own priority. Body is so much more intelligent than you and I. Just think, you eat an apple and 3 hours later, body converts into blood. Which machine in this world can do that? Who can do that? And it's not just the apple it converts the bread into this. It converts meat into blood. Anything you eat, and it goes. What a factory, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you shove into it, it gives you the right outputs. It is so amazing, right? It is so amazing. We just have to understand it. Its power, so powerful. All right, a good discussion. So anybody else, any comments, any questions? Alice, do you have any comment? Are you still there? I think
I'm
I have-
here. My camera doesn't work for some reason.
Oh, yeah, I don't see you, but I see your name, right? Do you have any comments,
Yeah, but I
Alice?
can't. Just yeah, but, I mean, everything everybody said, of course, but don't give up. Like the pain you feel, the pain you're feeling in your hip in that area, there's all kinds of tightness in other parts of your hip too. Do you know what I mean? So as you clear up areas, other blockages will appear for you as well. So don't give up. Just keep doing it, slow and
Yes.
steady.
Oh, yeah. So you mean other pains might show up once you address one pain, something else might
Yeah.
show up, right?
Yeah, that's what I found. I've been working on my knees and all of a sudden I got so much shaw from my knee. And then I'm walking up the stairs and I can't put weight on my knee. I mean, so it feels like I release something. So I have this, it's a kind of a sciatic pain that ends in the back of my knee, not all the time. So just more work to do, right? That's all.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You remove some superficial tightness and then there's other stuff deep inside that will surface as well. So just have to trust and just keep doing it, like, every day as much as you can, yeah.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, it could surface something deeper.
Mhm,
And of course, you didn't feel that pain earlier, but now that pain shows up because
mhm.
it is surface and the body's trying to heal it, right? That's what it is.
That's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. So I slap some more and it's better, but it's just, and then I also find, I don't know if anybody else finds this, I'm like be slapping a certain part of my body and then I desperately have to all of a sudden, for example, I'm doing the back of my leg and then suddenly I have to do the right side of my lower back, like it's irresistible. It's almost like your body is demanding that you go there. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. I find it's almost like not quite an itch, but almost like an itchiness,
Yes,
I
I have had exactly the same thing. I just needed to work on my calf, and it was, when you say it hurts so good, it was just feeling, although it hurted, it was a relief at the same time, slapped in there. So I know exactly what you mean. Yes, and it was feeling quite itchy, and the body seems to show you new points you have to work on, isn't it?
I know, and it seems like there's an infinite number of points as I'm discovering. The more I do, the more there is to do. Who knew? It must be the 90,000. Is it 90,000 nadis, Shri?
Yeah, I forget how to, but it's a large number, which is same as meridians, right? So nadis are very.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know, but I think I'm doing them one at a time.
Yes, yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, you keep learning. This never-ending process. It's never.
Sadhguru says 70,000 nadis.
70,000. Oh, right. So you know it, right? So yeah. It's a huge number. And the chakras, like a couple of hundred chakras, right? That's what he says. Out of which 108 are important ones. And normally we only talk about 7 or 10 or 12. That's all we talk about.
I know that. I know it's pretty amazing.
Yes. Yeah. It is amazing.
So just going off point a little bit, but staying on point. When people do spiritual work and they say we're working on our inner shadow, and they say, well, meet your dark side. And, they're doing inner work, as they call it. In a similar way, we are doing inner work here with Paida because we have actually become conduits for release of blocked emotions, stresses, and they may not necessarily be our life as we know it. We may look upon it as past lives. We may look at ancestral line trauma as well. And as this is, known as the time of awakening and of the movement of the human 2.0 to human 3.0, you know, an evolution in consciousness. Everything has to heal. And we have become, or, you know, with this work that we're doing, we're almost the conduits for this work. So when you feel, oh, I only had this and this before I started it, now I've got these other problems, you're just releasing more and more. And just embrace it, because we're doing very powerful work here.
Shri, did you watch the video that I sent you, perchance?
No, not yet.
I was hoping you could share that because it's very, very topical. It's my teacher, Michio Kushi. In 1984, he basically predicted like exactly what's happening now in 2020. And he talks about how mankind is becoming artificial and we're losing our humanity, and what we need to do to regain our humanity. It's very topical to what we're talking about, what Salim is talking about too. That's all we are, is channels of energy, right? So, you know, and there's so many ways of blocking it. Just normal day-to-day life will block your energy channels, but then we're actually doing it on purpose now. We're getting artificial body parts. We're injecting ourselves with strange artificial genetically modified things into our body. So we're losing, I mean, those blockages are very subtle and very, very severe. So we're losing our contact with the, you know, whatever you want to call it, with God, with nature. We're losing our humanity. Anyways, I just thought it was that lecture was very topical.
Alice,
You know, people were laughing. People were laughing when he was talking about the prediction, what he was predicting for the future. He said something like, "Oh, men are becoming infertile. Then women can just go pick somebody." You know, he was making a joke, and everybody in the audience was laughing because it sounded so ludicrous. And now here we are, we're all with test tube babies, and you know everything that's going on. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth on philosophy. But it's, if you wouldn't mind sharing it, I think it's
I will. Yeah, I wanted to see it, and something or the other kept prevented me from doing it. Yeah, but yeah.
Alice, in 10 words or less, can you tell us what Michio said to do to recover our humanity? Is that a possibility?
Well, basically eat and create no, he can do it, but I can't. Basically becoming in tune, becoming a conduit of energy, heaven's force and earth's force, right? And in order to become that conduit, you have to clear your blockages. And his approach is mainly food, but it's not just food for him, but that's what he was concentrating on, because at the time when he was teaching, people's diets had deteriorated so much that it was beyond belief. Now it's gotten a step further. Like it's not just diet now. It's like psychotropic drugs, everything else that's going on in the world. So that's basically it. That you have to clear your blockages so you can become one with the universe and with nature, and then that's how you restore your humanity.
Could you please send me that video?
Yeah, I will. I mean, yeah. So Alice sent it to me, so I can send it to the whole group. So
That'd be
I will
awesome.
forward.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I think that's what Salim is talking about. It's not, when we do Paida Lajin, it's not simply a physical removal of blockages, but also it releases your mental and spiritual blockages, right? Right, Salim? That's what I think. That's what you've been saying.
Yes. Yeah. So you see, a lot of people who start off with Paida, they start at just the physical ailment. But, you know, when you actually hit that sore part or meet that pain, and you tune into that pain, the pain is communicating to you where it's come from and what message it has for you. And if you can, like inner shadow work, you know, which is all sort of mental sort of work. There's so many shadow workers in the spiritual community, you know, but we're doing that in combination with our body, using it as a feedback mechanism guiding us. So we are unwinding, meeting, dealing with that emotion, that repressed energy, and freeing it from our being, you know, and allowing it to flow.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you are right. And that's why Master Shao, remember, he says we should chant, I am sorry, thank you, please forgive me, right? Because he wants us to tune the mind and the spirit into the physical exercise that we do.
Yeah. And also,
Yeah.
you see, maybe after doing a session, sort of just sit in quiet meditation and see what comes up for you. It may be some intuition, inspiration for something that you need to do. And having done that Paida or that Lajin, you know, you can do meditative Lajin. You know, you're in that position. I mean, I hear people who say, well, I'm sitting on the Lajin bench, there's nothing to do, so I start watching YouTube videos. And they may be relevant to gaining some knowledge. But I think, you know, in terms of like diet or whatever else that they think, oh, I didn't have time to watch this, so I'll just do that while I'm watching Lajin. Or maybe I'll go on a telephone conversation and catch up with this guy or that guy or whatever. But maybe this is not the thing to do. Maybe it's the time to spend with yourself and your whole being.
Meditating, right? So you meditate at the same time when you're doing Lajin or Paida, right? Either.
Yeah, and be receptive to what's coming up for you, and then take action based on that.
That's an excellent thought. Yeah. Mind your mind, right? When you're doing Paida Lajin. Mind your mind.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead. What?
Actually, I don't know if you guys could hear me. I'm in the emergency room. I really hurt my knee. I
Oh,
don't know if
goodness.
I have torn ligament or meniscus. You can do
What?
MRI.
Oh, you fell down or something?
Yeah, it's just like, remember I had that a while back ago. I popped it, and then I healed it by the V exercise. And then I think wearing heels aggravated. So I've just been up all night and finally decided to come to emergency because my knee is really swollen. So I'm gonna go back home because they did an x-ray. The bone is not fractured, which we knew. Our concern was to see if I have torn, ligament, meniscus or something, and I have to, they can't do that in the emergency room. So anyway, do you suggest for me to Paida if I'm swollen, this swollen?
So any comments, Salim or Carmen?
It's very difficult to comment in this situation, not knowing exactly and not seeing exactly what it is. I think I mean, I can only share this bit with you, that the origin of Paida, the actual origination, it wasn't a healing modality. It was a physical injury, sports injury, or a physical injury, sprains. It was a modality for that. Healing became the byproduct. This is from Master Shao. I learned that it, say you sprain your ankle or something, you would Paida it straight away. But then everybody needs to be comfortable for themselves. That's comfortable for this.
Yeah, I Paida yesterday or the day before. It's amazing because when I Paida, the pain subsides and then it flares back up. And then now the knee is swollen, so it's just, maybe I'll just give it a day break and then maybe start tomorrow again.
My personal feeling on swelling, I've used a metaphor that we when we cut our skin, we put a plaster around it. It's like a bandage. So the body actually creates this swelling, which is almost like an internal bandage around the area, and then that swelling is painful because it's almost trying to say, don't come here, watch this space, make sure it doesn't get damaged and whatever. I'm doing some work here, there's a healing going on. So man, I can
that's very perfect analogy. That makes a lot of sense.
And I can only say what I would do if I was in that situation is I would Paida if it was me.
Okay. Thank you
But
so much.
I would see how my body responds to it. I would actually tune in and says, look, I'm going to do something. Let me know if this is good or not.
Okay. Yeah, I bet maybe I'll stay away from legend, but Paida maybe do a lot of the jujube tea because that has ginger for inflammation.
So, comment, do you have any comments?
I'm in the similar meeting like Salim. It's talking from Forzia, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, because I see Galaxy S10 and the voice is not so clear. I don't know why it's up and down. Maybe from phone or whatever.
I'm in the hospital.
I see you. I see you. Well, Fawzia, if we know the details, and because I couldn't understood that this is clear, that's clear. Maybe after the conversation we can have a talk as well. It's okay on Messenger you show and what's happened, or if you can show it now and you can repeat, or I don't know if we have enough time now.
Right now I can't see it because I have it on like they have a brace on it.
Yeah, I need a little bit time to understand exact and what's happened, and then I can give you advice. In this situation, better wait, and we'll see. You can ring later on Messenger or whatever.
No problem. Once when I get home, I'll read the brace and I'll take a photo and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, so I think that's good.
Fazia, if it's
yes.
sometimes the knee refers to the kidney, so maybe doing Paida on the kidney meridian, like even on the other leg. See what happens.
You know, unfortunately, I was at work and my knee was stuck, and I moved in the wrong way and it popped, and I heard the popping sound. And then when I was going up the stairs, it made it worse. So then I've been dealing this for the last 6 weeks, and I heal it through Paida Legend. And then, you know, if I wear heels, which I shouldn't, I know, but I do, I'll go somewhere that it aggravates it.
But
So
I didn't. You're really breaking up, but I don't know if you can hear me. But it's good to just forget about the knee. Work on other parts of the bladder meridian, the kidney meridian. You know.
Okay.
I would leave it. I'd leave it alone if it's swollen and tender. Work other places. Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate everybody's suggestions, and that's what I'll do. I'll take a little bit of everything. Thank you so much. Thank you, Salim. Thank you, Carmen.
Yeah, and by all means, feel free to call them after this meeting.
Thank you.
Yeah, discuss. I mean, sometimes it is a great relief when you talk to one-to-one with somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, then you can go much more in depth.
And I don't know who's a father, but happy Father's Day to everyone.
Thank you.
They're telling me that I have to go, so I have to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you, Fazia. It's good. And I see anybody else? Anything? I see Elizabeth is here after a long time. How are you doing, Elizabeth?
Hello, are you talking to me, Shri?
No, there's Elizabeth from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, sorry.
You already talked. I mean, we already saw you. I mean,
yes.
You already talked.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's another. I mean, she's from Hungary. Her name is Erzsébet or something, but again, the English translation is Elizabeth Konya. But I don't know. I mean, I see the iPhone and I see her image, but we don't hear anything. So maybe she's muted. It doesn't say it's muted, but anyway.
Hi, everybody. I'm back.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Thank you. My brother is in the rehab. I'm on box. Erzsébet, bring me.
Yeah, you're breaking up again, I think, because your cell
Okay,
phone.
let me move. Maybe just because I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Okay, I'm sorry. So all this interesting talk, thank you for that. And say everybody, I'm saying hi. After a long time, I wasn't in the meeting. And I moved to Boca Raton, like, you know, Brother Shri. And I really want to find someone close by me or reasonably close by me who I can practice. So I don't know if anybody knows or can connect me with someone like I can practice in person, like you said, that would be the best. And other thing I wanted to ask, if on Messenger I can contact with someone, just like was saying for the lady with the knee right now, on Messenger, if I can contact someone who can give advice sometimes.
Well, so we are going to meet, you remember the meeting tomorrow, 2 o'clock every Monday, 2 o'clock meeting, Eastern time zone? We still have it, and we practice Paida on that meeting. So tomorrow we will be meeting.
Yeah.
So at least you can do that. And meanwhile, I'll think about who else is there in around your area.
Like I
who
said,
might
Boca
be,
Raton. Now I'm on Boca Raton, not in Hollywood.
I understand. I'll think who else might be there who practically can get together with you. And then
That
you
would be
can
great.
practice it, But join tomorrow, right? Tomorrow if you have time, 2 p.m.
Yes,
that
okay.
meeting. Yeah.
Note of
So,
that.
and Yuri sends out that email notice. But
Yeah.
so good to see you. And I think our time today is up. We've completed 1 hour.
Thank you.
So